Hello, hello, my darlings, or as Miss Doubtfire would say, hello! How are you all doing here? That Miss Doubtfire reference was for Grey Voice in the chat there. How is everyone doing on this glorious day? I hope you all are doing well wherever you are and you are spending the time to listen in today. Hello, everyone. Hi, guys. Look, first of all, okay, I got to get this out of the way first. First of all, I got to say thank you to all of you guys who understood that yesterday I was supposed to do this live yesterday, but then, yeah, my little one needed cuddles and hugs and yeah, didn't really want his mommy to work. So I appreciate you all understanding and allowed me to move the live to today instead. And I feel like I've gotten a few more things on the roster that I wanted to discuss. It gave me a little bit more time to get together some images and facts about what we are going to talk about here. And we are going to talk about two individuals who are absolutely the bottom of the barrel, absolute gutter bucket human beings, absolute scum of the earth individuals, in my opinion. Okay, because in my opinion, my friends, if you don't know the history of Chrissy Teigen and what she has done, then you will understand why I am doing this live. Many of you don't know that Chrissy Teigen is a bully, which she is, and I will show you guys that. I will show you guys that Chrissy Teigen and Meghan Markle are two birds of a feather. And you would think for a person like Meghan Markle, who has multiple bullying allegations against her, who is known to be not so nice to people, we've seen the many mask slips over the time. We've seen how when the attention isn't on her, she will freak out or she loses her mind. She gets upset. And then we got Chrissy Teigen on the other hand, who is just as nasty, and if not nastier. And it just makes everything that Meghan claims to stand for absolutely, well, not only hypocritical, but completely null and void. Why is Meghan Markle a person who claims to, I don't know, is worried about online safety for children? We all know she's not in reality. She just wants to control what's being said online. But Meghan Markle claims to care about the online safety of children. And then later, a little bit later on in this show, I'm going to show you some of the most disgusting, foul, vile, degenerate tweets that Chrissy Teigen has put out about young children, which just makes me wonder, like, why? Ew, disgusting. Now, let me start from the beginning here, because you guys are probably wondering, well, why are you talking about Meghan Markle and Chrissy Teigen? The reason why I am discussing Meghan Markle and Chrissy Teigen before is because Alison Bossoff, and I've put the links in the chat in the description box below, because Mail Plus is now putting a lot of their good articles behind a paywall, and I ain't paying for that, and I ain't making you guys pay for it either. So I've got a little trick to get around that paywall, and we've got the article archived in the description box below. So Alison Bossoff put out this interesting article via the Daily Mail Online, where she says that Meghan has landed a special guest for her new season of her Netflix show, but there will be no sign of Harry this time around. Number one, Meghan's With Love Meghan. We all know it's not a new season. It's just the crap that she filmed during the LA fires. You know what? I'm telling you guys, I'm waiting for Meghan to drop an episode of her acting like such a humanitarian and exploiting the LA fires to make it seem like she was someone special. And, you know, with the two public announcements that Gavin Newsom put out about them running to help with the LA fires, I bet you she will include those clips in an episode. And I am just waiting for that to drop so I can drag her for absolute filth, for being a tragedy tourist, for using other people's pain for her PR to make herself seem like she is someone good, when we already know that she is nothing but a POS human being. Let me just be completely clear. We saw the way Meghan and the way she treated the Queen in her final years. We've seen the way that she has treated her own family and friends around her. I'm just waiting for her to drop that episode, because I am going to drag that raggedy trollop down to hell and back, okay? Because what she is doing and exploiting other people's pain is absolutely disgusting. Hi, Mole. Thank you for the archive paywall trick. Anytime. I love a good trick or hack. So basically, Allison let it be known that Meghan Markle will be, that she has landed someone much better known than Mindy Kaling. You got to see how they take digs at each other here, but it can be revealed that Meghan has landed someone much better known for the next installment of the show. Model, TV personality, and cookbook author Chrissy Teigen. The second series was actually filmed back to back with the first in the spring of last year, before Meghan had settled on a brand name, blah, 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 all this nonsense. So that's the only part of this that I wanted to read to you, because the rest of the article is absolute crap. It's a bunch of nonsense. It's, there is one important part, but I'm going to touch on this too, because, as you all remember, Chrissy and Meghan both were on Deal or No Deal back in the day. Like, they just worked together. And then when Meghan got married to Prince Harry, of course, Chrissy came out, I've always been a fan of Meghan. She's always been so lovely, right? We all hear that nonsense. But I bet you if Meghan had never married Prince Dimwit, then these comments would not be coming out. Okay, I'm just pointing out the obvious here. So, of course, I don't know if you guys remember, Chrissy back in 2020 of September, she announced to Instagram that she lost a baby. And of course, Meghan had revealed later on that she too had a miscarriage and had to put her hand out and reach out to her. But I'm going to share what that whole miscarriage thing too, because, well, Chrissy's got a long background, and I'm surprised that Meghan would want to mess around with someone like her. Ready? So let's start at the very top. Chrissy Teigen. Some of you guys may be wondering, how did Chrissy Teigen, like, where the hell did she come from? If you guys remember Sports Illustrated magazine back in the day, where they used to always do like the searches for the models from like hometowns and stuff like that. So Chrissy Teigen was featured in the 2010 edition of Sports Illustrated as a model. And for some odd reason, this girl, I saw much better looking contestants that in the 2010 series, but for some odd reason, this chipmunk faced broad was picked as Rookie of the Year for 2010. And that's where she basically got her start. That's where she calls herself a model. I don't know, like, the models that I've seen are, anyways, I'm just going to be nice for now. I'm just going to be nice now. But she won the Rookie of the Year. And basically from that, she showed up in other Sports Illustrated magazines. She showed up in like later on issues. Like that was her shtick back in the day. That's what she was known for, being a Sports Illustrated model. And then from there, she parlayed it into getting into ads and commercials. And then she eventually got, what was his name? John Legend. I didn't want to, model, quote unquote. Basically another yacht girl. Yeah, she was basically, as they would say in the Hollywood circles, a pay for play. Or as some people would call, if they take it that one step further, you would even be called a porta potty at times. Yeah, there were, like, I don't understand. In my opinion, she must have sucked the right dick to win Rookie of the Year, because there were a lot of gorgeous looking girls in the 2010 thing. And I don't know how she got picked. I never really thought of Chrissy Teigen as being model material. I've never thought that when I've seen her, I was like, oh, there's something about her. No, there's nothing really about her. She is your average looking girl that you would see any single day. There's nothing special about her. But she was always a mean girl. And this is the thing. This is what I don't understand is girls who really aren't the greatest looking. They're average. Okay. They're average looking, and then they get this sense of ego when they are better than everyone. And that is not like, I cannot stand the ugly girl with an ugly attitude who thinks that they are better than everyone else. I cannot stand women like that. And Chrissy Teigen is one of those women. Let me just show you, because during the time as Chrissy was building her ranks in the Hollywood world, let me remind you guys that Chrissy was a complete bully. Do you guys remember when Lindsay Lohan was going through her whole crazy party phase where she loved doing her lines of we all remember that, right? Well, there was a time when Chrissy Teigen put out a tweet to Lindsay Lohan, and let me find it here. It was, here we go. Lindsay Lohan was talking about it on her show where she opened up about her addiction and everything. And here's the clip. Let me just grab it for you guys. Let's see if it will play. Please play. Please, please, please. No, you don't want to work? Okay. So basically, Chrissy Teigen in January of 2011 put up a tweet on Twitter making fun of Lindsay's self-harm. Okay, let me see. I think I actually, here we go. Here's the tweet. I actually have the image right here. Here's her tweet. Let me make this bigger. So January 17th, 2011, Chrissy Teigen tweets out, Lindsay adds a few more slits to her wrist when she sees Emma Stone. Yeah, this is the kind of person that Chrissy Teigen is. She was the type that would write these kinds of messages taunting women that were going through things. We remember that Lindsay was going through a difficult time. She had her addictions to deal with. You realize that all of these child stars in Hollywood end up having some sort of issue that they go through. Eva Williamson, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. And Christine Feeney says, hi, Molly, they're both fame-hungry trollops. Not just fame-hungry trollops, but major bullies, the kind of women that I would never associate with, because I think that these kinds of women are absolute trash. Let me continue on. There was also Courtney Stodden. Do you guys remember Courtney Stodden? She was that young 16-year-old who in my opinion, I will say that her own mother, basically sold her off to that old man. Let me pull up the photo. If you guys don't remember, she was 16 when she married this guy. And basically the story, if you read or listen to her stories, she'll talk about how she was basically groomed from this gentleman from like a year earlier. And the mom allowed this. I always found that very strange, where it was like, oh, your mom is okay. Like, what kind of mother tells their 16, go get married to this 50 some odd year old man? Disgusting. Okay. And then when that was going on, Chrissy Teigen, being the very compassionate bitch that she is, went and wrote some tweets to Courtney Stodden in 2011, telling her to take a dirt nap, telling her to go to sleep forever. She even DM'd her some horrible, horrible things straight to her. Let me find out here. Chrissy Teigen and Courtney Stodden. Let me find it all here. Yeah, she's such a wanker. So Chrissy Teigen, here we go. Like, she was such a bitch. Chrissy was such a bitch. And the fact that Meghan would commit career death I mean, her brand is already dying. It's already on its way out. And then on top of that, you've got Meghan Markle teaming up with a complete bully like this, who, just because of who she was with, she thought that she could be a complete bitch to. That's it. She thought she was funny. She thought that just because you're incredibly hot and hilarious and winner and married to an EGOT winner, that you can do whatever you want. Number one, Chrissy Teigen is not hot. Chrissy Teigen is not hilarious. She's vulgar. Harassing other people and using their pain and mocking them is not funny. So Courtney Stodden had, ooh, look at all these, ooh, Mole's been looking at too much shopping. I get all these little pop-ups and everything. So as you all remember, like I said, Courtney Stodden became famous in 2011 when at the age of 16, she married the 50-year-old acting coach, okay? And then people called her a child bride. They made vicious jokes at her expense. And Teigen was one of those who, would join in. She said to her that, like she would message her simple things like, I hate you. She would, in the beginning of 2010, she wrote, my Friday fantasy, you, dirt nap, baby. You know what that means, right? I wish you were 6 feet under. Who writes that about another person? Right? Especially someone who's younger than you, who is clearly in an abusive relationship. Instead of like reaching out to this girl and asking her, do you need help or anything? No, she's bullying a young girl. Exactly, Marisa, bullying a schoolgirl. Yeah, 100%. I agree. I agree completely. These two are just two birds of a feather. But let me continue on. But this isn't, this is just scraping the top, okay, of what went on, because let me tell you what Chrissy Teigen was really known for. And she spent a lot of time making sure that she went through Twitter to delete a lot of these tweets, a lot of these messages, a lot of these things that she has said, because Chrissy Teigen is a pervert, in my opinion. On June of 16th, 2020, I posted this. This is from my Twitter account, where Chrissy Teigen put up this tweet saying, I like to add a pinch of baby powder to the flour when I fry chicken so it smells like tender toddler booty when the warm grease slides over my lips. Pinches nipples. This is a grown woman fantasizing about eating young babies. And Meghan Markle, the woman who is running an online crusade to keep children safe, is going to have a woman who talked about cooking babies and eating them onto her show. She is going to have Chrissy Teigen on her show, who sexualized minor children. Let me continue on and show you some more here, because I have a lot here. Here, where she has written, on September 23rd, 2009, I just saw a baby that looked like a P star, like a trashy do anything P star. Is it wrong? Is this wrong to think? You're talking that a baby, a literal baby, reminds you of a porno star? That's what you're saying? Okay. Now that's not anything. Let me just continue on going. She has written on, what was it, July 13th, 2011, seeing little girls do the splits half naked is just, I want to put myself in jail. Hashtag toddlers and tiaras. So she was basically saying that watching little children doing oh God, I can't even say it. It's disgusting. And the fact that Meghan Markle, this should nullify anything that she says about wanting to keep children safe, about wanting to help children and protect their memories. All of those parents that allow Meghan around the memory of their children to exploit should be ashamed of themselves. This is who you are allowing around your children, that basically connects themselves with disgusting perverts like this. She definitely is the biggest ding dong. She definitely is. It's disgusting too. Hold on, I'm going to keep going because there are some that I have that are absolutely disgusting. She goes here on June 29th, 2011. Let me make this page bigger for you guys. She writes, a little boy in the pageant now? Finally, some eye candy for me. Right. Okay. And then we've got here where she has this one I have on my Twitter account where she wrote about Johnny and I are on our way to the Hollydale. Karina Benioff is serving a nice 4-year-old cheese pizza with adrenochrome. You guys know what that is, right? When these disgusting perverts talk about cheese pizza, they're talking about doing disgusting things to young children. They're talking about disgusting acts and having young children there. Okay. That's what, if you want to look up what kind of slang these perverts use, just do a quick Google search and it'll give you a full rundown. Okay. These people are sick. And Chrissy Teigen spent a lot of time trying to delete the internet of all these tweets. And she has tried to be a victim too by saying, oh, these people, they are bullying me for bringing up old tweets. Well, you wrote it. This is who you are. You have no clue what. Okay, I'm going to put it in the most simplest terms. So basically, adrenochrome is when you scare children, okay, when you scare children and you assault them, there is something that is released into their blood that apparently gives these rich individuals, elitists, like extra power to live longer. Okay. Look, if you want to do like look it up, but that is the way, the most YouTube friendly way that I can explain it. Okay. When they scare children, there is a certain like I don't know what the word is, but there is a certain thing that is released into the blood that just yeah, ugh, yeah. You got it, Molly. Most people don't understand what's going on. The fact that you're talking, oh, I know. Yes, hormone. Thank you. It's a certain hormone that's released into the blood that basically supposedly gives these people, these elitists, these witches, basically extra power to like live longer. That's why sometimes they say that. Like they say, like, look at George Clooney, look at all these stars that all of a sudden look like they've aged 60 years since the last time we've seen them. They look really horrible. They say, oh, well, it's because the Hollywood elitists aren't getting their hands on traumatized children to suck their blood and stuff. Or yeah, that's basically what it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm like, I hope I'm not scaring anyone with this, but that's basically it. That's what it is. They scare them, their adrenaline goes high and they taste better. Thank you, Piper. Thank you. That's what it is. And Chrissy Teigen has a history. If you look up any, like Google, very simply, Chrissy Teigen toddler and tiaras, or Chrissy Teigen eating babies, like do any of those, and all of these tweets, all of the history will come up because the internet is forever. Okay. And Meghan Markle is going to host this broad on her show. This is who you're going to have on claiming that, like, oh, you care about other people. Yeah. Okay. Chrissy Teigen is also, a trash bag individual who likes to humiliate her staff. Okay, let me bring this up real quick. Here we go. Hold on. So let me put this up here. Let me put this up because this is disgusting. And people, I don't know why they thought this was cool, that Chrissy Teigen was so cool for doing this, but it is absolutely disgusting. Where is it? I think she's had it. Oh, she's had it removed. Hold on. So basically what she had done is that, yeah, she had this story removed off the internet. So what had happened is that her dog had taken a crap in the morning on the carpet, and she took a photo of it. She posted it online, and she laughed about leaving it for the nanny or the house cleaner when she gets in to come and clean it up, and how she'll lie and say that she didn't see it there. I mean, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I found it. Haha, screw you, Chrissy. I found it. Here we go. Open the image in a new tab. Let me show you guys. It is absolutely like, this is the type of person. She's a bully. She's a bitch. She's a putty pooped on the rug again. Wet. I'm going to leave it, go to bed, and when the maid comes up in the AM, I will pretend to start to clean it. Yeah, this is the type of person she is, right? But not only that, okay, not only does that show you that she is not nice to her staff and will be a disgusting individual, but this is what really just turned me off of this broad, okay? So in 2020, Chrissy Teigen revealed that she had suffered a miscarriage, okay? She had done an exclusive photo shoot all on her Instagram, posting photos of like her and John holding hands, her crying, and then her holding the body. Her own mother posted a photo of holding this 20-week-old fetus, okay? She made a huge song and dance about how horrible this miscarriage was. And for a lot of women, including myself, I felt bad for her. I felt bad for her because having a miscarriage is something that really takes an emotional toll on you, okay? It is something that if any woman goes through it, regardless how you feel about that person, if a woman tells me they had it, I will instantly feel empathy for them, because I know that is one of the most horrible things to go through, and not many women talk about it, so it's still kept very private and very hush hush, right? When you'd be surprised, a lot of women go through miscarriage. It's something that is a lot more, it happens more than you think, okay? And then get this, okay? Later on, almost 2 years later, Chrissy Teigen came out to say that, oh, it wasn't a miscarriage that she had. It wasn't a miscarriage at all. But it was actually she actually aborted it. That's what it was. Yeah. Let me show you. So she played on people, and then later on she came in and she goes, no, actually it wasn't a miscarriage. We actually had an abortion, and apparently I had to do it because the doctors came in and said that I had some kind of issue with the fetus and it was a pregnancy complication. She claimed, hold on, let me pull it up here, what she claimed that it was. Let me see. She said that it was, what had happened, that the placenta had, hold on, I have it on my phone. Yeah. And then she blamed it. She claimed her reasoning for not coming out and being honest from the very start about what it was the fact that the whole Roe v. Wade thing was going on. And she said that she had found out that she had a placental abruption. That's what she called it. Okay, she had a placental abruption. Now, anyone who is anyone, okay, if you look it up, okay, I'm not doctor, I'm not anything, but if you look up what is the greatest cause of placental abruption, it says that extreme alcohol consumption during a pregnancy can increase the risk of placental abruption. That's the thing. So maybe, I don't know, maybe she caused it because we all know Chrissy loves her drinking. Maybe she didn't know she was pregnant and it happened. But don't come out saying that you had a miscarriage, you don't know what was going on, only to later on come out and say, no, it was something else. Yeah. Give me a break. As if Teigen is even a natural woman. She's an elite gender invert, just like Meghan. Yeah, some people believe that about Meghan, but I don't really, yeah. But this is who Chrissy Teigen is. She is someone who goes around bullying, harassing, lying, wanting empathy. She is a disgusting, degenerate individual who really I'm not surprised that Meghan Markle is teaming up with her. Maybe Meghan and her can share stories about what they did with their 20-week-old fetuses. Did Chrissy bury hers under a tree like Harry did allegedly? I find it, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I find it so gross to be like posing and sharing photos of an aborted fetus online. I feel like there are just some things that you just don't need to be showing the public. It reminded me of this girl that I knew once, okay? And this was when I was dating an ex a very, very long time ago, like nearly 15, 16 years ago. And we were at like a Christmas holiday event. And this disgusting broad was going around showing an image of her 20-week aborted fetus in a towel that she had wrapped. I nearly threw up all over the place. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Absolutely. Like, our society is sick. Why broadcast every little thing that happens in your life? We have such a narcissistic society thanks to social media platforms. Yeah, I believe it. There are some people that just constantly want attention. They constantly want, yeah, it was gross. Yeah, it was the most vile thing I ever saw. Like, why would you be showing, like, going around table to table, and there was like at least 15 different tables there. Yeah, it was like I'm like, is nothing sacred? Is nothing like to be private anymore these days? Lainey Queen says, how long can Harry get away without paying taxes or changing visa to suit his more permanent situation? Well, Harry's been here in California now for 5 years. He's been getting paid through Better Up. He's gotten paid through Netflix. Archewell, I mean, we saw their taxes are crap, but Harry and Meghan themselves have not filed any personal taxes because for some odd reason, Meghan Markle thinks that just because she's married to a dimwit, that exempts her from paying any taxes for some reason. I don't understand. Harry should not be getting anything, but based on the visa that he is under and staying under in the States, despite claiming that he is such a victim all the time and how hard done he is. I mean, he should have been kicked out a long time ago. Who the hell does that after miscarriage? Yeah, that's what, okay. I don't know about you guys. I can only speak about my own experience. But when I had mine, first of all, it was a big surprise. Okay. You're not expecting it. You suddenly wake up in the middle of the night and it feels like something has just got you in the guts. And it's the worst pain you will ever feel in your, like, 100 times worse than a period cramp, like the worst thing ever. And then, oh God. And then I don't know, like, I remember every single detail. I can tell you exactly what happened, the same story, front and back. My story won't change 3 times like Meghan Markle's does, where we got 3 different versions of it. I mean, it's something that's just so emotionally traumatic. And then all the hormonal changes you go through afterwards is such a clusterfuck, to be honest. It's crazy. It's the emotions that you have afterwards that you don't know how to deal with. Like, I remember I went straight back to work, like, when it happened, because I didn't want to stay home, but I was like breaking down and crying and not even know why. You'd be like sitting in traffic and then you start crying for no reason. And yeah, your hormones are nuts. But I wasn't special like Meghan, and nor did I get pregnant again 2 weeks later, like she claims. Oh dear, you guys. Maureen, she'll put in a bento box. Oh Lordy Jesus. You guys are wild. But Elsa Bells, like, my thoughts go out to every single woman who has gone through a miscarriage, who has dealt with that, because I never thought of like using something as traumatic as miscarrying a child to get attention, as something to like, oh, feel sorry for me. There are many women who have gone through this, but it's just like you don't go around talking about it because it's something that's very like it stays with you for a long time. I mean, even though this happened like a long time ago, I could still give you the details and they'll still be the same regardless. But these women are freaking crazy. Nobody's posting photos on Instagram posing with a fetus in a blanket. You're nuts. That's the last thing. I would not even want a camera to even capture those photos or anything because I wouldn't want those memories. Those are not the things that I'd want. And many women can relate, right? Like I feel for any woman who has gone through this. It still hurts. And I still, yeah, it's something that it will always trigger something inside of you. And the fact that Meghan and Chrissy think that it's something to go around and joke about and laugh about, I don't find it funny at all. But then again, I can't wait if Meghan does have Chrissy on her show. I mean, it's going to be great. It's going to be great watching two narcissists going head to head, battling each other. I mean, look at this. This was Instagram. Like, look at us. Oh, I'm going to pretend like I've got tears going down my face. And you're going to just sit here like, like, who does this? Nobody does this. Nobody does this at all. People grieve differently, but it seems off the rails. I agree. I agree 100%. People do grieve differently, but who is posting photos online about it? That's wild. It is crazy. Can we collectively cancel Megsy's PR airspace? Can we collectively, please? Maybe I should look into this. I've mentioned this a couple times now. I think we should file a class action lawsuit against Meghan Markle, and anything that she releases out to the public or mentions on the airways, anytime Meghan Markle wants to put out something on Instagram, everything of hers needs to come with a warning label, with a trigger warning, with, I don't know, you should do that. All of her items should come with a trigger warning, and I want to file a class action lawsuit against her for causing us, all of us, mental health problems. She is a blight on our society. She has given us PTSD for the last 8 years. She has really damaged our mental health. Yes, and for mental distress. I don't know. That was just my opinion, but I just wanted to come on here and just, as long as I can, I'm going to remind people the POS that Chrissy Teigen is. She's not a nice person. She's always been a see you next Tuesday. And look, there's even a nice little video that this individual has put together. Let me just pull it up. Let me just have it just scrolling along in the background with no sound so you can see the wild things that Chrissy Teigen has put online with all of her tweets. There are so many more, okay? Pizza is allegedly code word for illegal erotica depicting children. Yes, she is. Molly, our suit would be dismissed. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. I would make sure that it doesn't get dismissed. I'm about to Anthony Weiner this kid. We all remember Anthony Weiner, that disgraced senator from New York who was married to Huma Abedin, or however you say her name, who is now with that weirdo Soros kid. Yeah. Yeah, these are all of Chrissy Teigen's old tweets. And this is who Meghan Markle is going to have on her show. This is who Meghan Markle is connecting herself with. Meghan Markle, who claims that she is running an online censorship program to keep children safe. She wants to protect children, right? But this is who Meghan truly is. This is who she likes to connect herself with. I always say bullies stick together. Bullies like to be together. Just look at who Meghan connects herself with. Even the gentleman from Paramount, the co-CEO, Brian Robbins, and the whole Nickelodeon thing, right? This was a very disgusting. This was absolutely foul, this tweet. Kevin Shockey said, nah, just said the cleanest and best pleasure is to have X with a 13-year-old up until that. That was in 2012. She posted that. Do you see how disgusting Chrissy Teigen is? Absolutely foul. Oh, I will never stop, Maureen. You can always count on me, even if I get demonetized. Knock wood, that doesn't happen. But I will always share the truth with you guys so you can see this is who Meghan Markle connects herself with. And you would think with everything that's coming out about the Hollywood world, the industry, why would you want your children to be exposed to that? Right? Why would you want your children to have anything to do with being a Hollywood star or anything like that? I sure as hell wouldn't. Never. And let me remind you that Courtney Stodden and who else? And Lindsay Lohan weren't the only girls to be bullied by Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen also bullied, what's her name? What was her name? I totally just forgot her name. There was Lindsay Lohan. There was Courtney Stodden. Oh, the other teen mom, Farrah Abraham. There was her also. Chrissy loves going after young girls. It's funny how she doesn't ever go after someone at her big old age that can fight back with her, but she'll go after someone younger. Okay, sure. I mean, if Chrissy wants to come head to head with me, I'm here too. I'm down for a good tussle. I can handle it. I mean, come and handle someone your own age. Why not? But yeah, anyways, my darlings, I just wanted to jump on here and share this with you guys and just let you know what a POS dumpster human being Chrissy Teigen is. I mean, it's just the type of person that Meghan Markle is hanging out. Darling, I am always down to clown. I am always down to clown. I always say this mouth of mine gets me into trouble because I shouldn't comment on things and I can't help myself. I gotta share my opinion sometimes. These people don't have children. They have fashion accessories. You know what's crazy is that, let me show you this before we go. Chrissy Teigen posing with child. Here. She posts these like wild photos, with Miles, I think it was her son's name. Hold on. She was posting these weird photos of her like changing topless, but with her kid between her legs. Right? Like very, very hyper sexual photos that you're just like, okay, what are you doing? Are you like trying to like, is this like the secret cult signal? Like, look, I've got babies. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I know I can find it. It was like one of her when she was changing. She was in a dressing room and all she had was a pair of Spanx and heels on. And her kid was holding her between her legs and she was holding her bare titties. I mean, if I find that photo, I can't find it right now, but if I find it, I will definitely stick it in my community tab for you guys just to see how much of a sick, degenerate, twisted individual this person is. If I was a person, I would never allow Chrissy Teigen or any of them to be around children. That's even someone who shouldn't have a child. Oh, hi, Leilani. How are you, girl? Her and I had a fantastic conversation the other day, but I'm not going to share it with you guys because it was too funny. Sorry, now I'm being mean here. We were discussing if we should make more content together. That's what we were discussing and what we should do. That's basically what we were discussing. That's all. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to show you this and just show you the type of disgusting person that really Meghan Markle is just committing career suicide at this point. Like your whole brand is already in the dumpster. It's already trash. It's already complete garbage. I mean, sure, why not just light the match, throw the kerosene on there and, just have Chrissy Teigen on your show too. Two great bullies who are absolutely foul. I would love to see those two narcissists butt heads, though. That would be amazing. Can you imagine all of the mask slips Meghan Markle will have? She will lose her mind. It will be hilarious. Yes, yes, thank you. 300,000 children missing under Biden's open borders. Oh, Piper, that's a whole nother story for another day, because I'm telling you, all of US immigration is a hotbed for trafficking children. Let's be completely honest, okay? I'm sure that there's more than 300,000 children missing. That's what I'm saying. But that's another story for another day. We'll talk about it. Yeah. Can you imagine those two narcs fighting for supremacy? Those two wanting to outshow each other? It's going to be the battle of the bitches. And I'm going to be there to watch it. Okay. I'll see the clips and everything, and it will be fantastic. It will be hilarious. But more lives, Molly, please. Sure. I'm trying to get a good mix of like lives going and like quick, like 5-minute videos for those who don't like these lives. But yeah, I'm doing my best here. Okay, friends. Okay, my darlings, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna take Monster out for a little pee. And then I guess I will make some more content for you guys, right? Because I love being messy and I'm feeling very, very messy today. So I might be back again later. Okay, my darlings, I will talk to you guys later. To those of you who send a super chat and a super sticker, I appreciate you. Thank you. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out, and thank the mods that they were here being awesome as always. I will see you guys later. Thank you all so much for being here. I love you all so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.